have you guys connect today. So mainly we are talking about four stuffs. We want to talk about Vanus Connect. What is the Vanus Connect? We are going to talk about the Vanus templates, and we are going to have some workshop sections where we are going to see how to develop your own Vanus template, how you can be a contributor to the Vanus templates. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. So the first thing we'll talk about what's the Vanus template. They are pre-configured. I can start sharing my screen, right? So we can let me just share my screen. So if you can see. Can you all see my screen? Okay, great. So if I pull this up and show us in the Vanus Cloud, which is our software as a service application, we are currently developing and still currently adding different stuff. The templates are pre-configured, okay, event triggers, right? Pre-configured event triggers that the user can take and just use as is. You don't have to write any line of code to trigger an event, right? So the event triggers, like for example, a user stars a particular repository, right? So if your repo is starred, for example, and you want to receive a message from on your Fishu platform, right? Fishu, it's like Slack, but mainly in China, right? You can get that notification on your Fishu. If someone creates an issue, okay, on the platform, on your GitHub repo, you can get that message on Fishu. If someone comments on a particular GitHub issue, you can get that comment on your Fishu. So different kind of template. You see that the user doesn't have to create any line of code, doesn't have to do anything, can just take this template as is and just make his connection connect is the particular GitHub repository that he wants to receive those cloud events from, and the Fishu API that you want to send that cloud events to. So you don't have to do any other thing. Just here you have the star event. You have the star event. You have issue event. You have issue comment event, right? So so also we have one for a pull request. So let's say a particular repo, there is a pull request. You can get that. You don't have to be on your GitHub repo all the time. Whenever there's a pull request, you can just get the event triggered on Fishu, right? Well, I think we have a message here. Joshua, can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
yep.
Great. Joshua, can you hear me? Joshua, I don't know. Anyway, so so we also have for things like GitHub to Slack. All right. So if there is a star event, you can get that event on your Slack message. If there is an issue event, it's triggered, you can get that on Slack. You see here, you don't have to actually create anything, right? You don't have to do anything out of the box. It just takes as is. And if you decide to make a pull request on Slack, you can get that event triggered on your Slack app, right? Also, we have for a GitHub for you want to send that event to a Google Sheets. Okay, so these are the functions of templates. They are already made. You don't have to do anything out of the box. You don't have to do anything, any coding anymore. You just take as is and you are good to go. All right. Do we get that?
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So we also have for the GitHub star sent these events to Discord, right? We have the issue event sent to Discord. We have for issue comment sent to Discord. Okay, so these are different templates. If you are using GitHub and our connection so far, you know our GitHub is the Source Connect, and the Discord is our Sync Connect, right? For this one, we have GitHub as our source and Slack as our sync. So for we would create a a simple connection now. So let's say we want to create a connection where if an event is sent from GitHub, okay, we are going to let's say star event, right? And we want to receive that star event on Discord. Okay, so we'll do that by just clicking try it now. But before that, let me just show you something. The brief description says the maintenance team of the GitHub repo can receive real-time notifications on Discord when someone gives a star to their repo. That's what this event does. So if I click on try it now, the first part, we have to give it a name. Okay, we have to give our connection a name. So we can say, we can call this GitHub. So Discord, okay? You can call this GitHub to Discord. You can call it whatever you like. All right. We can say, since we are working on a star event, right? You can say GitHub to Discord star event, right? So for our source connection, you have to first do your authentication. Here you have to connect to GitHub so you can grant Vanus Cloud access to read your repo, right? So when you successfully authorize, you can now have access to your different repo. So I'll be using this particular repo, okay? So here, so the next thing to do is just click on next. When you click on next, here we have our sync. Our sync connector is actually an HTTP request, but the HTTP request is the webhook. So we are taking webhook events, right, and sending it to our Discord channel. So to get your own webhook from, say, Discord or Slack, you can actually check their documentation, all right, or you it's pretty straightforward, okay. Okay. So you can check their documentation how to get your webhook from Discord. But for us here, I already have mine. So it's a URL, https discord.app/API webhook, and also this particular webhook, it will trigger an event and send that event to my Discord server, okay, that I have pre-configured. Or if I decide to do, yeah, so it will send this event to my Discord server, okay. So this is my Discord account, right? Remember, this is 22nd of March, okay. So let's so when we send the event, we'll see a new one on the 25th of March. Okay, so now we just click next. So you don't do anything here. We are making a post request where we are sending cloud events to that server. So you just click next. And here, remember, now we want to configure our subscription. In configuring the subscription, now you are, Vanus does this wonderful stuff where you can filter out the kind of events that you want coming in. And here we are using the exact. So we want a particular type of cloud event, which is the starred event. If you remember, the template we chose was receiving star events, right? So that is what we are, our filter is. So we only want to receive this notification on our Discord server when we have an event, when we have the star event, when our repository has been started. Okay, does that make sense? So before, let me just quickly open my repo that we'll be using to test the connection. Do we get that? Do we get what I've explained so far?
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Yes, got it.
So cool. So now we have the transformers. Now, data events sent from the cloud can be really unstructured, in the sense that it's not the way the sync connector would want it received on its end. It could be in a format that is not consistent with the structure of the sync connector. That is where the Vanus transformers comes in, where it takes those events that are coming from the source, it transforms those events and sends them to the sync connector in a manner that is according to specifications of the sync connector. So the way this connector would be for a Slack sync is different from a Discord sync, and different from the official message. Okay, so every sync connector, you have to know how they want their events to be sent to them, right? So you have to transform the incoming events from the source connector. This is where Vanus transformers comes in. It transforms that event from the incoming data and sends it in a manner that is compatible with the sync connector. Okay, so this is what the transformer. So we've laid out different transformers here. Login, so we get the user login. Name, we get username. Star, we get user star. Repo, we get the user repo name. The home, we get the address of the repo. The sender, we get the name of the person triggering that cloud event. And the final part here is the template. So the template is the format to which the sync connector will receive the events. The format. So it always starts from the body, but in the body, it usually has different formatting. For a Discord server, it must have two keys, which are username and content. So the username can be, we can call it the header or the title, all right, of the event you are sending, okay? While the content is the event that you have transformed and you are sending to your Discord server in a manner that is acceptable by Discord. Does that make sense? Do we get that?
Please, can come again, please.
Okay, so the template is the crucial part, right? It's the crucial part. This is where you format the data that is being sent from the source connector, okay, in a manner that is convenient, or in a manner that is according to specifications for the sync connector. So every sync connector have different ways they want to receive the cloud events. For your Discord server, it wants to receive that cloud event in a username and content format, nothing more than that. If it's more than this, it would not receive that event. So it has two keys, which are username and content. For Slack could have a different formatting, right? For the official sync, it will have a different formatting. Okay, so you would always want to configure your template in a manner that is acceptable by the connector. Do you get that now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that's our final step. And all we need to do now is click on submit. And when you click on submit, now we have, it gives it some seconds, and it's creating the event, and now the event is running. And that's it. So all you need to do now is to enable a star event. So we go to the repo where we have, so this is the repo here. So this is the repo here. I already started, so let me unstart. Remember, the event that we want to send is an event that will get triggered when we start our repo. So when I start this repo now, I should receive that cloud event. Okay, so if we check our Discord server, here we go. Remember, 25th of March, 11:18 a.m. today, 11:18 a.m. So this is the event we are receiving now. Hi, the name of the user, GitHub user. So the user who started the repo, which is me at the same time. So if you have your repo and someone else starts the repo, you will get the user. Yeah, just start the repository, okay, which is, this is the name of the repository, right? You can check out this homepage of this particular user that started your repo. So final power becomes your star count. So the template can be configured in any way you want. It depends on the kind of event you want to receive. It depends on the kind of event you want to get, you want to send to your sync connector. For these, this is the structure of a start event. You can have a different structure for, say, a pull request, okay? So you want the users to see a certain formatting when they receive. But remember, there are certain key stuff that you have sent, which is the name of the user of the repo, the user who started the repo which was started, the URL of the user who started the repo, and also the number of counts that that particular repo has now. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's that simple, it's that straightforward to set up Vanus Connect, a Vanus connection. It's pretty straightforward. It's just out of the box. It's just what already made templates, right? You don't have to do anything else. You can just with our already existing template, you can just create a connection, whether you want to send the event to Slack, or you want to send the event to Discord or Google Sheets or official. These are already out of the box templates, right? So you don't have to do much configuration, right? You just put the necessary credentials or just click on buttons and you have your connections ready. You can pretty much set up a Vanus connection in a minute, in just 1 minute. It's that simple when you are familiar with the interface, right? So you can just click, when an issue is created, you just you want it to be triggered to your Vanus, to your Slack channel. So whenever there's a new issue, you want to receive the notification on Slack. So you just click try it now. You set up your webhook for your Slack channel. You configure your GitHub source. You configure the subscription. The subscription is already pre-configured. That is why we have the template. So it helps you with the complex configuration. You don't have to do anything. if you see from when we did our start event, we didn't do any configuration on our subscription page. That is what the templates are for. So it makes pre-configured subscription templates for users to use. So it's pretty simple. So now I will throw it to the house. Who is interested in setting up his own connection? Let's see. So who is interested in setting up his own connection on the Vanus Cloud? You can just signify by raising your hand, right? So I want someone to go. Let's learn. Okay. All right. Let me. Okay. Let me. That's one. Who else want to give it a try? J wants to. Cool. Okay. So we have 2 persons. So so do you have an account? Okay. J has dropped his hand. Let me. Do you have an account? Okay. J has raised up his hand.
No,
Okay.
no, I don't have an account with Venus Cloud.
Okay, so to create an account on Venus Cloud, all you need to do is
I think you can sign out and show him. You can sign in with Google. You can sign in with Outlook and with GitHub.
Sorry. So yeah, so if you sign out, you can simply just sign back in. So the URL, let me just paste this here. So this is the URL to Venus Cloud. Okay. So you see, so you can try Vanus for free, right? It's free. You don't have to put any credit card, okay? No credit card required. You can sign in with your GitHub. You can sign in with Google. You can sign in with Microsoft. So I'll just sign in with Google. So signing up. So that's just it's pretty straightforward, right? So let me, you can give it a try. J, you can also give it a try.
Okay, I'm trying to sign in now.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an account, it's pretty straightforward. You can just go to cloud.vanus.ai and just create an account. Takes less than 2 minutes to do that.
I've created an account.
Great. So let me Jay. Let me write.
Yeah, created an account.
Okay, great. So you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So so Mike, I have to make him co-host, right? So you can share his screen, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I think you can make him co-host and he can share his screen, or you can let everybody share their screen one by one, if they want to.
What?
No problem.
So do you want to share your screen? Let me.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I've set it up also that multiple people can share at the same time. I don't know if that's going to be helpful. Let me see. Also, yeah, I can't.
So anyone can share their screen now.
To anybody who wants to share, and everybody can share their screen at the same time. I think. I've never tried before.
So let me stop sharing now. So let me try and share your screen. Let's see.
Multiple people should be able to share at the same time.
Okay, so we just
I'm sharing now. Can you see?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, we can. Yes. Can see your screen.
Okay, so this is the Venus my Venus account I created.
So which of the connections would you want to do?
I think the Git Slack.
Okay, GitHub to Slack. So to do that, you have you need a webhook for GitHub. from Slack, you need to create an app. You need to create, you need to get the webhook from the Slack, for the Slack. And also, okay, do you have a Discord? Do you have a Discord server? A Discord
Okay.
app?
No, I've not. Okay, let me just do the Discord one. I'll have to install the app.
Oh, okay, so before then you have to install Discord, right? You have to install Discord on your PC. You need Discord on your PC. So you need Discord, or you need Slack on your PC. If you do.
Let me install Discord.
So who has Discord or Slack and wants to give it a try? Oh, okay. I think what I can do for you guys is to something.
I think everybody can try to make a connection if you'd like to, and you can ask question if you need to, or share your screen. I think multiple people can share this screen at the same time.
Okay. So let's try and share our screen. Try and create a connection. Every one of us here. Remember, this is a workshop, so it's more hands-on, so we can get familiar with the Vanus Cloud and
I'm trying to create my connection now, but I can't share my screen because I'm taking this meeting with my phone and then I'm doing that on my laptop. But I'm trying to install Zoom so I can share.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to install the Discord.
Okay. Sing. Oh, okay. I think since I already have I have my own tests. I have my own test APIs. I can share it with you guys to try it out. Okay. So
it's all right. If you guys can make your own connection. I mean, like if you're gonna make a connection, like maybe if you want to make a real connection, you know, it's fine. We can take.
So I've installed Discord.
Okay.
Mr. Ruben.
Yeah.
So
Mr.
yeah.
Ruben,
Okay.
can you
So
see my
now,
screen?
so yes, I can see your screen. So you now have
Yes.
your Discord channel. What you can do now is to so create a server. Just create a new server. You see the plus button on that just before something like navigation.
This?
Yeah. So add a new server, right? So create my own. Cool. Just you can skip, or you can just say for me and my friends. Okay. So yeah. So you can create that. Just click on create. Yeah.
Okay.
Not now. Okay. So just click got it and escape at the very top right. So click on got it and click on escape, the top right button. Yeah.
Okay. So what's next step?
Mine keeps sharing. Screen share is loading.
So now click on so you have a particular channel now. Click on the settings of that channel. No, general. You can see the channel called general. No.
Under the name of the channel.
This one.
Yeah, that's
Victoria Tommy server.
Yeah, you can see it's a settings icon. Can you see a settings icon?
Yeah.
Yeah, click on it. Yeah.
Can you edit from there?
So click on integrations. Integrations. No. Let's So create webhook. Click on create webhook. Right. So so you've created a webhook which is Spidey bots, so you can click on it.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can copy the URL, the webhook URL. Copy, yeah. So that's it. So you can now go back to Vanus now. You no, you can see Vanus at like the third tab to the end, the third tab to the end.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, so you want to create for a Discord server, so you have to scroll down, look for Discord server. Okay, so okay, you can try that for the issue event, right?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
try
that's this
star or issue.
So you
Star.
can that, yeah, we did start before, so you can try issue. Okay.
It's fine.
Just
Whatever
for
you
issue.
want to do, actually.
This
It's okay. Yeah,
this issue.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can give it a name. So you give your connection a name.
Okay.
So that's fine. That's fine. So you can go to your GitHub source now. So the source is where you are getting the event from. No, so you just scroll down.
You're gonna need to
Down.
connect your GitHub first. Yeah.
So you
I
need
can
to sign in. So for you to
Okay.
access the repo, you have to sign in. So click on the sign in with GitHub. So yeah. So anyone having questions as Lemmy is working on the, anyone having questions or any troubles signing into Vanus Cloud? Anyone having issues registering?
Yes, I just have one issue.
So
I'm trying
authorization
to
successful. So you can
sign up. And they're asking me for
what?
company name.
Okay. So if you don't have a company name, you can just click on individual and just type individual there. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So so let me now. So you can now. So it has been, the authorization is successful. So you can click on the Vanus again, right? The tab
Okay.
just before this page. Yeah. Yeah. So you see. So now you now have access to the repo. So you can select the repo down. Select the repo. Yeah.
Okay.
So which of the repo do you want to?
Okay, next.
Okay, so now, so yeah, so you click next.
Next. Okay.
Yeah, just click next. So now, so the sync is it's the connector that will receive the event you are sending from GitHub. So the sync here, we are using an HTTP sync using webhook to receive the event on a Discord server. So that's why we had to create a webhook URL from our Discord server. So now you just impute that URL there, so you can click on the sync configuration and paste that URL there. Yeah, so that's all. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
all. So that's all you need to do. So,
Next, I should go to next.
yeah. Next.
Okay.
Someone asking a question. So the final part is the subscription. So the template remember it makes pre-configured subscription, okay? So here, if you see the filter has a type of issues open. So these events will only get triggered when someone opens a new issue, all right? The transformer section has to do with taking the event data, the data coming from the cloud event and transforming it in a manner that we would send to the sync connector. Okay, so you really don't have to do anything here. That is why we make this template, because this template makes this pre-configured subscription, right? So you can scroll to the end. Scroll to the end. All right.
Hello.
Yeah. So the
Hello.
hi. Are you having an issue?
No, sir. Wait, I'm coming.
Okay, so so now remember a Discord server, we need two keys, which are the username and content, and these are already pre-configured. So the kind of message you should get on our Discord server is, hi, login. The login has to do with the user, that the owner of the repo, then a certain user, a certain GitHub user with their name and URL just opened an issue. You can now check out the title of that issue and the issue number, right? You get a URL that will allow you to do that. So you can now click submit, right? And it will create the event, to create the connection. So you give it some seconds, it's creating, and so it's running now. So now you can go to your GitHub repo and create an issue, and we should expect that event sent to your Discord server. So you can go to your no. You have to go to your GitHub to create an issue. That is how the event will get triggered.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just GitHub. Yeah.
Okay. So I should just create any.
No. You remember the repository, right? Click on your icon.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that the repo?
Yes.
Is this the repo?
Yes.
So just create an issue.
This is it.
Remember, it's not a star event you made. It was an issue event.
Okay.
You remember? So if you wanted that for a star event, you create another template that will trigger this hotel management system repo whenever it starts. So now what you need to do is to click on, after code, you see issues. No. In the repo, after code, you can see issues. Not that one, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can create new issue. So you can just call it test issue. So you have to give it a title. Yeah, so you can just leave a comment. This is a test or something.
Okay.
So submit new issue. So click on submit new issue. So
I've done.
So now if you go to your Discord server, you go to your Discord server.
Okay.
You can click on your Discord. Yeah. Nice one, Jeff. So you can just go back, click on escape button. Click on the escape button. No, not that. Yeah. So can you see notification now? Hi, Lemmy.
Yeah.
User.
Yeah.
Congrats. So you just created your own
Thank you.
connection. So whenever
very
there is an issue created by anyone on this particular repo, you would always get a notification on your Discord server. So you don't have to sit and just watch your repo. You don't have to sit and refresh to get these notifications. You get them real time whenever you someone starts or someone creates an issue or someone comments on an issue, depending on the kind of template you've set up to get triggered. All right. So now this is an issue, and you have an issue event. So whenever anyone creates an issue, so really cool. Well done, Lemmy. So any other person wants to give it a try? Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff said he has created his own connection.
Mr. Ruben, sorry. Mr. Ruben.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it means that Venus Cloud is used to get notification, like, because I didn't start the class with you actually. So when you were explaining about Venus Cloud, I didn't start the class on time. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you throw more light on Venus Cloud, please?
So so you see Vanus Cloud, we create event streaming applications, right? It's for SaaS applications for
Do you want me to help you?
events.
Nice.
So Mike.
Yeah. What was the question exactly? I'm sorry. I didn't listen.
So is asking just to throw more light on the Vanus Cloud, what's it all about?
All right. Well, let me explain. Maybe I can give you a better explanation. I don't know. Maybe Ahis can explain also. But basically, first of all, Vanus is an open source project, right? We're an event streaming platform, or you could call it a message queue. Message queue have existed for over 10 years. It's very popular in event streaming application, or to decouple application, meaning to, like, if you have two applications that need to communicate together, you don't need to, you can connect them together with an event streaming or a message queue. Basically, Venice, the hope that we have about Venice is that it can be the future of the event streaming world, because now, like, the world is going more and more into the cloud, and we're using, like, everybody use cloud, like we use Google Cloud, we use Amazon Cloud, like all companies and people are starting to use it more. So event streaming becomes more important. And yeah, so Venice is like, Venice, we hope to be the future of that, because like most message queue, they've been created 10 years ago. and they don't have all the power that we need today. And so Venice offers that power of, first of all, to be able to filter events so that you don't need to waste power to deliver all event. Like, you don't need to waste, let's say you're running your, let me explain in simpler word. You're running your server in AWS, and you pay as you go. As every time you use, your server has an action inside, it will cost you maybe like 10 cents. But let's say you don't want to receive all messages, you don't want it to cost you a lot of money, so you can save money by filtering just the event that you need. This is one way to save money. Also, Venice can transform the event. Venice has the ability to store and transform, and those two things are not in the same component. They're separated, so there's less chance of having bugs where like it would crash the server. So the server is the way it's built, it's better to not crash, and then you won't receive your event. Also, it's serverless, meaning that if you have a little bit, like if you have little events, then it will cost you little money, and if you have a lot of events, it will cost you more money. That's when you run Venice in your own server. Then Venice Cloud is our like business platform, where we will host Venice ourselves in our server. Actually, we're sponsored right now by Amazon to be able to host a server completely free, so that people can test and use Venice as long as we can possibly do that. But basically, for those people who don't want to run their own server, they can use Venice Cloud. And in the future, Venice Cloud will have a paid option for those bigger company that needs a lot of event, because of course it costs money to have those servers. But also Venice Cloud will always have a free version for developers to test or to have their own event streaming platform. Yeah, I hope that answer your question.
Yeah, that does. Thank you very much.
No problem.
So thank you very much, Lenny. So thank you. So we can all try and create our accounts on the Vanus Cloud, please, as well as setting up a connection. Okay, thank you, Sumia. You created a Google Sheet connection. Well done. Jeff created a connection. Well done. So every one of us here. So please let's create a connection. Okay, just as Lemmy did his own. So let's also just create a connection. We have Fishu message in there. We have Slack. We have Discord. Okay. So I want to share my screen now, and I want to show you guys the Vanus template. Okay. So I want to talk about the templates. Remember, our templates are the subscription, the pre-configured subscription. Like Lemmy created his own issue template some minutes ago. He didn't have to write any code. He just had to set up the repo and also get the webhook URL of his Discord server. And that was all. He didn't have to write any pre-configured code. So we have our public and Vanus template repository that we want people to contribute to join us to create more templates, connectors, all right, for different scenarios, for different issues that we come up with for different scenarios. It's to ensure we have many use case for our product. So when a customer comes on Vanus Cloud, they can see so many templates that they can easily pick from. They don't have to create any configuration or anything. So our repo, it's public. I'm going to add it to the chat now for every one of us. You can check it out. So I've sent it on the chat. So the Vanus connector templates are pre-configured templates for Vanus Cloud and Vanus open source. It is written in JSON. It's written in just JSON. So this template help users to create easy to use configuration when they use the Vanus SaaS or the Vanus OSS. So I want to briefly discuss how the template is structured. So we have two folders: the event folder and the mockup folder. Okay, so the event folder contains the different events, right? So we have GitHub to HTTP. So a typical example of GitHub to HTTP has to do with say our Slack message, okay, or our Discord template, where we have GitHub as the source and HTTP. HTTP now we are using a webhook URL as the sink, right? Because when we wanted to connect to our Discord server, we had to use a URL, right? So it sends a request, a HTTP request, a post request to our Discord server. So we have the folder structured. So if we have, say, a new source and sink connector where we want to create new template for, so the source will be the first. So it becomes GitHub, which is the source connector dash HTTP. So for every kind of GitHub HTTP template we want to create, it should be under the GitHub-HTTP folder. So if I click on GitHub/HTTP, we can see here we have what GitHub Discord issue comments. So these particular files here are GitHub to Discord. Remember, the event is being sent to Discord, right? So we have GitHub as the source where the cloud event is coming from, and Discord as the sink where it's going to. So we have sink, and we have the source, which is GitHub dash the sink, which is Discord dash the name of the event. For this one is the issues comment. So it means that this particular .json file holds the template that triggers the issue comment. So this particular one holds the template when an issue is opened. This particular template for Discord GitHub holds the template that gets triggered when we have a pull request. This one for GitHub and Discord when we have a star event. Do we get that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so great. So that's how the template is structured. The name of the source dash the name of the sink dash the event type. For this is issue comment. For this is issue open. For this is a pull request. Remember, a pull request that is going to get triggered in a Discord server. A pull request that a star event that is going to be triggered in a Discord server. So if we go back, we can see we have another folder called webhook to HTTP. The webhook now we have Auth0 to Fishu. So this particular one, it's this event is coming from Auth0 as Auth0. It's an authorization and authentication service. Remember when we tried to log into our account, you were asked to log in through Google or through GitHub or through Microsoft. So that authentication service, it's Auth0, okay? There are different authentication services, but this one we're talking about, it's for Auth0. So we receive cloud events from Auth0 when a user login to and we can send that cloud events to our Slack channel or our Fishu or Discord or wherever we want to send that to. Okay, so for so that's how we have so we can go inside now. Let's take this one. Say the Discord, the GitHub Discord start event. If you open up this code, it's looking like a lot of things, but it's pretty simple. We have 4 fields, 4 major fields, right? The first part you see is the ID. So every template has its own unique ID, and for us, we made this ID based on the dates, the current dates. So for say today's date, we have 25th of March. So we have this as 2023, right? If you can see, this is 2023. This is 03, which is March. So this is 20. 20 simply means this particular template was created on the 20th of March, right? And this _1 means it is the first template that was created on that day. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this ID is always unique across board, because as the day changes, we have a new ID. Do you have a question? Is there any question?
No question. No question.
Oh, okay, great. So the next part we have is the processors, and the processors hold the filter event. So the filter event filters the kind of data we want to get triggered. So remember, just the same way we so praise, we'll come back to that later, okay? So the filter event, right? The filter it's a Vanus configuration that allows you to know the type of events that you actually want to get triggered. So we have a type called com.github, right? .star.created. It means that in all the numerous cloud events that are coming, we only want the event where the repo is actually started. All right. So regardless of the tons of events that are being sent from the GitHub repository, we just want that for a start event. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, the next part is the transformer. Like I explained then from our connections, the transformer, the data that we receive from the cloud event, we have to structure it in a manner that it's readable by our sync connector. So that is where we have our transformer section. So the transformer predefines, all right, it defines the data. Again, it's more like when we create variables, right, in programming. So here we are giving the data a new variable that we would use in our template body, right? So here we define whenever a user logs in, we want to get that user login. We want to pass that user login, right, to a particular key called just login. So we want to take the number of counts that is coming from the cloud event, from the source cloud event. We want to take that number of counts, right? So you see here, it is data.repository.stargazers_count. We want you to store that variable in the star key. We want to store the repository name in a variable called repo. We want to store the URL of the repo in a variable called home, right? We want to store the login of the user in a variable called sender. Does that make sense?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How would you know the structure? Like, how would you know the structure of the event before it arrived? Like, how would you know like data.repository.owner.login?
In our cloud events, when you send cloud events, what we are looking at is the data aspect of a cloud event, right? So I don't know if I can share a sketch of a cloud event right now.
Can I suggest something?
Okay.
So just first of all, cloud events normally they have different it's like a JSON object, right? But they have different field, and there's the data part first of all. So like cache is the cloud event, dot data is where the data is. When he created the filter, you can see type is a specification from cloud event, so it's not in data. It's just called type, it's like cache.type. But in filter, you don't need to use cache, only when you define. So the first thing you need to remember is like cache.type data. And then afterwards, whatever the event coming was supposed to be, it should be it should be the same. In the case when you use, like, let's say for example you use Venice cloud, not Venice cloud but Venice, you would use the, like, let's say the display, the sync display, to be able to see the cloud event and then to create your event. But in that case, when you can't see the event, you should use like a webhook. Like there's a website called webhook.site. I think at his you can go to webhook.site, and you can trigger. Those are for webhook. So if you trigger an event with webhook.site, you'll be able to see the actual event, to be able to create that. Also, second thing, if you're in Venice Cloud trying this, I suggest, like, if you look, there's like HTTP, there's the webhook source connector. In the webhook source connector, if you go in Venice docs, you can see the HTTP source, which is the webhook connector. The way it's set up is different a little bit, because the data should be in body. So it should be like data, I think is data.body. You should go to the docs, the Venice Cloud docs, to find that out. But in theory, it's just in data. Yeah, well, you can't show it like that. I mean, I don't know what you're. That's not what I'm talking about. But just create, just copy the clip to clipboard your. I guess you can just copy the webhook and create a GitHub webhook.
I created a webhook now. I've created the webhook, and I just did a webhook connection.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that. That's not what I'm talking about. The webhook.site.
Yeah.
Maybe I should show my screen. Maybe it's easier this way. Can I share my screen? Is that okay?
Okay.
Just 1 second. Yeah. All right. So just what I mean is that, like, you can't, you probably don't know. So you probably don't know how the event looks before you receive the event. There's multiple ways. For example, GitHub is quite easy with GitHub, because in GitHub you can go in settings and then webhooks, and then let's say this webhook here, and I need to authenticate. Okay, cool. Yeah. Here you can see the recent deliveries. You can see the event. How does the event look? You can see the payload. You see, that's what a JSON object event looks like. You see? So that's how we know that we know we know that the type is always going to be like, for example, this is start delete. So it's going to be start dot delete. So for example, before he was showing com dot GitHub dot, let's say issue open. But here, this one would be com.github.star.deleted. That would be the type. And then here, the payload would be like, let's say you want to know the action, you would go do data, well, catch sign dot data dot action, and then you would receive the delete and so on. And that's how you can create your own subscription. You can define these things. You can get like the HTTP URL. You can get all this information basically and build your own message using the JSON format. If you guys know a little bit about JSON, you should know. Also, I wanted to say, this is for the GitHub source connector, but also in Vanus Cloud, there's also the webhook, and the webhook is a little bit different. The header part is gonna be, I think is gonna be in data dot header. But if you go in Vanus docs, you can find out for sure what it is exactly. Let me double check.
For webhook, I think it's data.body. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two parts. Wait, just 1 second. Let me make it really clear. My internet is a bit slow. All right, maybe this is going to be faster, hopefully. Wow, very slow. All right, beside that, you can also use webhook.site. Like for example, here I received data from a webhook. Basically how webhook.site use, it will give you a payload URL that you can copy and you can build webhooks to receive events. So like here, I can see this event and I can see the structure of the event to help me build. And I can remember that it's data, well, it's cache sign dot data dot whatever is in there for GitHub. And then, my goodness, what's wrong with the site? Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Well. I think Vanus Docs is broken for some reason. I don't know why. All right, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. That is so strange.
Let me see from my hand.
I think it's broken. Someone broke Vanus Docs.
Uh-huh.
Must have been a merge PR.
I think it is not broken.
It's open. It's working, Mike.
Oh, it's working on your side?
Yes.
Aw. It's just not
Yeah, working on mine.
I don't know. Maybe I should clear my history. Maybe it's like cookies or something. Okay, yeah, it was cookies. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can, this changed so much. It's kind of confusing right now. But you could go to Vanus open source and connectors, and then source connectors, and HTTP source, which is the webhook. And you can see the header part is in, which is converted to, all right, so it's converted to data. Huh. Is that normal? Yeah, so I think, yeah, exactly. Data dot body, and header and method. So for example, here, not here, you have the header, right? And this is the body. So if you want to access, well, this information, you would go to header. And then if you want to access this, you would have to do data.body. I hope that's clear. I don't know if you guys understand. Do you have any question?
It's clear.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yes.
So yeah, I just wanted to share this because I think it's important to
So
know
thank
how
you,
to
Mike. Thanks, Mike.
define. Yeah.
So
You can go back to
I
define.
think I'll share my screen now. For 1 minute.
Is there something wrong, Ahis? Oh, I think Ahis is gone. I don't know what happened. Oh, okay, he's logging back in, I think. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
No, no
let me
problem.
just share my screen.
Can you share now? Yeah.
So yeah, can we see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. So the body part in we want to set it up in such a manner that it's the way the sync connector wants to receive the event. So remember, this is for Discord, right? So for Discord, it has two keys, which is the username and the content. Okay, so if you don't format the body in this way, you can't get the cloud event to get sent to your Discord server. So it's also different from the way a Fishu would handle the body. It's also different from the way a Slack would handle. If we go back and say, let's look for okay, we have just GitHub. Okay, so let's say, okay, yeah, on 0 to Slack. So for Slack, this is the body part for it, and in the part we see it has a blocks section, and inside the blocks we have a type, and we have text. In the text we have type, and we have a text again. So this is the format for sending your cloud event to a Slack channel, which is totally different from how the body for Discord is, which is also different from how the body official message is. So the idea is to know how to structure the sync, right, in a way that it can receive the events. So
and how would you know that?
for let's so yeah,
How can
you can
know?
check their documentation, right? You can
Like,
check their documentation.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, you can check
you
their
can check the documentation of the so to see how they receive the cloud events, right? So
Right.
do we all get that?
I think one part
Yes.
miss is pipeline, but beside that, I think it's very clear.
Okay, do you want to share on that, Mike?
Yeah,
Pipeline?
simply like you can also have pipeline. I don't know if you're in your doc in yours there's pipeline, maybe in the Discord one. Do you have any pipeline?
No, in Discord, no pipeline in Discord. So let me look for a Slack event. Right?
Yeah, Slack event. Yeah. But many of you might know what
Let me see.
pipelines are. I mean,
I
like,
don't.
yeah.
No, we don't have pipeline here in Auth. So
I think
let me just go to the
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just let me share with you guys what pipeline
Okay,
basically.
great. Okay.
Yeah, pipeline basically, like in you can do the same thing like define, under define. I think it's in template. Wait. Yeah, under define, you can create one that's called pipeline, and in pipeline you can use function, right? You guys have developed function. I think most of you have, like Jeffrey. I know you've created some function. Ellen, and Suma. You have also created some function, but those function, yeah, you can invoke them in pipeline. In some case, let's say for example, we use the join function to join two things together, yeah, for Slack and so on. Yeah, like this one, like here, pipeline. So if you want to use pipeline, you can add it under define. And this is all in the managed subscription. Like all the information you need to have is there. And yeah, if you have any question also, always feel free to ask in Slack. It will be my pleasure to explain to you more on subscription.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. So do we have any other questions, guys? Any questions? So that's how the Vanus template is structured. Okay. So we've explained how the different folder. Okay, yeah. We've not talked about the mockup folder. So the mockup folder, it's how it is. Let's put it this way: the metadata. Okay, the metadata of each template you design. Okay, so how would you know the metadata for each event? It's through the ID. Remember, we give every template we create a unique ID, right? So we pass the ID for every mockup we create. So the mockup is the more like the metadata, the description, the subtitle of our template we create. We have a sync icon as the event, the sync we are sending the events to, which is a Discord. We have our source where the event is coming from, which is GitHub. Remember, our sync connection is actually an HTTP, so we use HTTP here. So description, a brief description about the template you just created, and we have our subtitle, just another summary of what that template does, and then we have our ID, which is the ID coming from our template we created. So it's good practice if you create the template first for the connection before adding the mockup for it. Do we get that? So every template you create, you have to create a mockup for it. So do we get that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So quickly, I will just show us how it looks like. Remember, it's JSON format. How it looks like in JSON. So let's see star event. Remember, so this is the repo. So so in the repo you have to remember passing the ID and the processors. If you need to set up a pipeline, you do the pipeline as well. You add transformers where you transform the data coming from the cloud events. So we have a filter here, just like how we saw on the repo. And also, finally, we have the body. So the goal is to take the incoming cloud events and send it to the sync connector in a format that is accepted by that sync connector. Okay. So this is how it's structured. So you just take a simple .json file. You follow the template structure, and you can create your own template. So how to contribute to Vanus template? We need more persons to support, to contribute to this project, to come with ideas of different use case scenarios that we can create both for the Slack and SIS connection, and we make this ready to use template for different users. Okay, so we need more persons to join us on the community. So if you go to our official, you can see Vanus Connect SIG. We have the Connect SIG, we have the function SIG, and we also have the Vanus template SIG, right? So this is the SIG where we would have everyone interested in building templates to join. Okay, this is where we will get notifications for issues. We can see new issues probably pop up, and you want it assigned to you. Okay, so this is the template SIG channel. So how do you contribute? The first thing, you have to fork the repository. So this is I share the repository with us. Vanus template, Vanus Labs / Vanus template. You have to fork it to your own repo. Then you have to create a new branch. So for every template you are creating, it is important to create a new branch so we don't have merge conflict, or we don't have too many commits in one pull request, right? So we should be able to know which branch, and the branch should be able to tell us what the template is for. So if you are creating a pull request, okay, for a particular, let's say GitHub to Slack, for example, you should name a branch that can help us easily identify that you are trying to do a GitHub Slack template, okay? So you create a new branch for each template. Then you follow the template structure as we've discussed for the mockup and the event folder. Then after that, after writing your template, you submit a pull request. Okay, so for easy step, you fork the repository, you create a new branch for each template, then you follow the template structure to create your own template, and then you submit a pull request. Okay. So in this part, we want to see more contributors. Right now we have me, we have Michael, we have Jay. We want to have more persons joining us to create more and more templates. So any questions, guys? Any questions?
I'd like to add something.
Okay.
About contribution for all SIGs. Starting next month, we're hoping to have every month to have prize to win prizes. Probably Amazon card, because it's the easiest thing to give away. But the points of this month will be counting towards next month, and next month we will, at the end of the month, we will give prize. We've been talking about that. Also, in the next part of the year, in this part of the year, in the how to say the second part of the year, that's what I mean to say. In the second part of the year, we hope to be able to hire more people to help us at Vanus, and like in Vanus Cloud, which is our SaaS application, and even Vanus. We hope to have more fun to be able to do that, and like people who contribute a lot of connectors and a lot of work to Venice. I think they have better chance. Like I'm not the one myself to hire alone, but like have better chance to hire So like if you guys are looking for job, you can let us know. And also, but for sure right now we can't, but maybe we look forward to hire some of you. We definitely need people to develop connectors, because like connectors, there's like hundreds of connector we can develop, and we never have all the energy. Like right now this month, like I've been so busy with Venice Cloud. So we definitely need more developers. We also need more money, but that's just another problem. But in the second part of the year, we hope to be able to hire more people. Just letting you guys know. I think that, and but ever always we hope to try to reward the community for their hard work and their contribution, with some cash prize, and also like before I talked about. Yeah. So I just wanted you guys to know.
Cool. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. So guys, any questions for us? Any questions? Anything you're not clear with? So I really want, I sent the if you have not joined the Vanus Slack community, the URL is in the chat. So please just click on the link and join our workspace, and you can join the SIG. Okay, we'll be having more issues created for the SIG, so you can just indicate interest that you want to be assigned these connector, and you can start building. Okay, so any questions, guys, for us before we round off for the day? Really thank you for the time you spent. I believe every one of us here, we've learned quite a number of stuff. So so any questions, guys?
No questions.
No question.
I just wanted to thank you, everybody, for this presentation, and also wanted to clarify how to pronounce the name of the main presenter. Is this his?
Yeah, correct. You're correct.
I saw a lot. I saw that you've been contributing a lot, and I was fascinated by how your name is written, but I had never idea how to pronounce it. So nice meeting you.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you. It's Ehis. That's my name.
Ehis. All right.
Yeah, Ehis. Yeah. Okay. So any questions, guys? Lemmy, we have Lemmy, we have Jay, we have Mori, we have we have Sumya. Any questions, guys? We have Jeff. Any questions?
No question.
Okay.
Ask about the events, like event triggered messaging thing. Is that all Vanus does?
So no, that's not all there is. So Vanus, it's not just for event driven. Also, this is this template aspect where we have the Vanus Connect. So it's for helping you with complex integrations, right, with out-of-the-box solutions. So that's another part of Venus. One is the event streaming, and we also have this. But yeah, it's more or less a serverless message queue, right, for event-driven applications. Yeah.
So yeah, there's different things you can do. Like you can get data from application like Facebook, Twitter, and so on, and then you can send it into a data lake to gather data to have, like, let's say, for example, another, like, let's say I have GitHub repos, and I want you guys to assign you points for contribution that you've done to Venice, so I can gather those points with Venice Cloud, like without having to to write down the points myself. I can just create connections and then like write the points by label or in the title, and then grab those points and then add them up into a Google Sheet or a data lake or a MySQL server. There's many ways you can use Vanus Cloud. You can use it to notify. For example, in our internal, we're always notified when someone started the repository, which like I think it's at like 1,500 now, and I always know because every time it sends us a message, or when someone writes an issue or write a comment, it will notify me, so I can respond quickly. There's like many use cases. For the event-driven part, you can have one application trigger an event, and then the other application will do something according to that event. That's like what event-driven app like architecture is, but it's not limited to that in no way. Yeah, there's many use cases to message queue and event streaming. Yeah, the biggest logic
So to answer your question, Jay,
to our application connects together.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah,
being,
thank you.
yeah, sorry.
Okay. So thank you, Jay, for that. Any other questions, guys? So, so I guess we have no other questions. So I think we can call it a day.
Great
Yeah.
job, Ahis. Very good, by the way. Great meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ahis told me that he wanted to do a meeting this week, which like we want to do once every 2 weeks, but he really wanted to do a meeting, and I was really happy. Yeah, and I'm really happy. Like what you shared today is very good. Great job. Everything you do is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate your time. So you can hit me or Michael on the Slack channel, or drop a message on the templates SIG group. Okay. We are here. We are available to answer any questions or any difficulty you are facing. Okay. And we hope to see more persons joining the templates community and building more templates, more use cases. Okay. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this time out, and have a nice day, evening, night, like Mike. Have a nice evening. And Alan, yeah, Alan and Sumia, I think it's evening there. Okay, guys. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a
Bye.
good day,
Thank you.
guys.